Edo State government recommits to food sufficiency, set to commence new planting season. University of Benin holds maiden emeriti professorship public lecture. Plus, campaign to scale down cervical cancer among Nigerian women flagged off in Abuja. A very good evening to you and welcome to NTA Benin News at 7. I am Udrakobong Achibong. In pursuance of its food security program, the Edo State government is set to commence the new planting season for the year 2025. This was during an inspection of 20 hectares of land at the Igoriaki farm settlement in Ovia Southwest local government area of the state. Goodluck Inaini reports.
In March this year, the state governor, Senator Mando Polo, visited government farm settlements in the 3rd senatorial district to ascertain the preparedness of farmers ahead of the planting season. This is the follow-up to that visit, and preparations for the planting season has reached an advanced stage, with plowing, harrowing, and ridging ongoing. Planting is expected to commence with 20 hectares of land mainly dedicated to maize farming at the Goraki farm settlement in Ovia Southwest local government area. Obodu Golden is the special advisor on agriculture and food security.
The governor himself is a farmer. He has always been a farmer right from youth. So this is one of his priorities, to make sure Edo is self-satisfied when it comes to food production. We are going back to the era of Great Revolution, where we were able to produce and feed ourselves, and even export. That's where we are going back to. Edo, we feed ourselves. We are modeling after Niger State, and we will overtake Niger State in no time. With this government, I believe that's where we are going to.
The state government is commended for the developmental stride in agriculture, as planting will commence within the month of June.
We have a collaboration to ensure our own is the Fadama, is just for the food security. Very soon, as we have done the plow, we will bring a lot of things, maybe the seedling, the fertilizer, and the machines to do all those things.
The state government has also sensitized farmers in Koboka local government area on an impactful agricultural support program aimed at empowering farmers, strengthening food security, and uplifting the rural economy. In Benin, Goodluck Inaini, NTA News.
The title of Emeritus Professorship has been described as noble in the field of academia, and the conferment of the title on senior academic in Nigeria should be based on merit and earned for continuous academic boost in the university system. This is part of recommendations by Emeritus Professor Patrick Edobo Igbenovia at the first Emeriti Professorship Public Lecture at the University of Benin. Informal Kafo has the details.
Professorship Emeritus is a title given to selected faculty members of a university upon their retirement, recognizing their academic and scholarly contributions. Emeritus professors are expected to be available at their host institutions to supplement its regular strength and also assist in the areas of mentorship to faculties and departments. Meanwhile, this lecture by Professor Igbenovia, titled Academicism, Intellectualism, and Perspicacity, an exploratory and disquisitionary discourse on emeriti professorship in the Nigerian context, provides an overview of an assessment on the achievements of the objectives of the conferment of emeritus professorship for universities vis-a-vis Nigerians' educational development.
In the whole country, we have about 300 emeritus professors. They are just sitting down at home. When you are an emeritus professor, you should give value to your university. You can teach, you can do research, you can advise the vice chancellor. What you used to do, we can still do it.
For the Vice Chancellor of University of Benin, Professor Edoba Omorege, the lecture is apt.
I'm sure there's nobody who has actually taken time to collect the data as he has done. And the summary is also very good, which is that so far, the protocol has been followed in appointing emeriti professors, and the enjoins that we should continue in that path.
For Participants say they are better informed.
These are great men and women that have served the academia, but he is saying that even though they are so recognized now, they should not retire. They should continue to help the system, and the system should continue to recognize them.
There should be an attempt by the NUC to streamline the award of emeritus professorship to professors who are deserving of it in Nigerian universities.
People like me retired will be happy to be an emeritus professor.
Without exempting himself, he has been able to express that it's an office that is of a very high moral rectitude, and the quality of such a person must not be compromised.
They are all optimistic that the recommendations from the lecture will form part of the policies in the Nigerian university system. In Benin, a former Okafor, NTA News.
Now keen to turn the table against the silent killer of women in the country, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has flagged off a new campaign, partnership to eliminate cervical cancer in Nigeria. Be seen as a strong coalition that will scale down the scourge among Nigerian women, while unveiling the logo of the campaign at the banquet hall of the presidential villa. The First Lady notes that meeting the 2030 target on eliminating cervical cancer requires strategic and collaborative action.
Healthcare professionals must all prioritize women's health. Also, our schools and educational institutions need to be champions of immunization. In addition, it behoves on our religious and traditional leaders to advocate for truth and science. And yes, funding and a lot of resources is needed. That is why through the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, we have committed 1 billion naira to this effort. I call on all our state governors, business leaders and development partners to join in supporting this laudable initiative. Together we must ensure where no woman dies from a disease that is preventable.
As governors, we are not just supporting this initiative in principle. We are prepared to work. Therefore, on behalf of the 36 states of the Federation, I formally endorse pressing initiatives and affirm our commitment.
Under the Renew Hope agenda, 6 cancer centers of excellence are being established, one per geopolitical zone, to provide comprehensive cancer prevention services, diagnosis, and treatment. 3 of these centers are now ready for commissioning, while the remaining 3 will be commissioned on or before February 2026.
But when we invest in health care, there is a return on investment. And in addition, the infrastructure that we are going to put in place for cervical cancer will be the same infrastructure that we are going to use to treat.
Now, inherited blood disorders advocates are pushing for comprehensive coverage of all kinds of blood disorders in health insurance schemes nationwide. This call in May of inherited blood disorders advocates from across Africa, which took place in Abuja. Sawa Ibrahim reports.
Until Nigeria gets it right, the sickle cell disease, the global body would not get it right.
Sickle cell is one of the most common inherited blood disorders, with Nigeria bearing the highest global burden of the disease. Approximately 150,000 newborns are affected annually, and an estimated 6 million people in the country are living with the condition. Aliyu, a warrior turned advocate, has been battling sickle cell for 32 years, highlighting the challenges many face.
You can't imagine, it's unimaginable pain. I have undergone total hip replacement, which each and every sickle cell patient knows about it.
In Nigeria, access to treatment is a major issue, with cost being a significant barrier. To address this, the Global Action Network for Sickle Cell and others, in collaboration with Sickle Cell Nigeria, is leading the advocacy.
And that's the reason why we are asking for National Inherited Blood Disorders Day in every country, so we can have the awareness, visibility, and get more policy makers to have empathy around these disorders.
They need to have expert care, and it's expensive, and they pay out of pocket. They should be treated free. Those are the kind of laws that we want, laws that make sense.
And that's where advocacy comes in. Honestly, we cannot achieve much, if anything, without strong advocacy, both by the larger community and the community of patients themselves.
To stand up and speak up so that government can allocate more funds to addressing these two conditions in our country.
For better support and treatment for millions of people affected by sickle cell, thalassemia, hemophilia, and other inherited blood disorders. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
We now take a break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Oh yes, Ameosa Motosi don't roll out to new Shabe buses and Ukazi. Where country people go fit to enjoy their journey. You want to travel from Benin to Wari, Benin to Abraka, Benin to Port Harcourt, Benin to Bayelsa, and Benin to Aunchi. Waiting you still wait for. Come meet us for our new party. Where the opposite Unibet Sport Fidi after UBTH for Ugbo for Benin City. Make you come enjoy a poekerization. You know, say now we be the king of the roadie because we get to experience and well-trained drivers wey go treat you like a kingy. Don't forget to say you fit to travel with buses and small cars for Ameosa Motors as customer satisfaction na it be our priority. Make you call us for 070-3020-4625 or 0813-855-05180. Ameosa Motors, king of the road.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the want and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to relieve you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Henry Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
They know they tell person, everybody must to see with their eyes. Oye Technical Generator Shopping Mall, the headquarters for generator matter. You do well as you make it easy for everybody to get generator. Whether a small one as my pocket reach or Perkins and Meccano generator, all answer present for Oye Technical. For quality generators for borehole, air conditioners, office, business or personal use, then full ground. All our generators come with correct spare parts and for better price. We still get grinding machine, pepper mill, sewing machines, lawnmower, borehole pumping machine. How many I go fit talk? Come take your eye see for the generator headquarters. Oye Technical Limited, number 79, 81, 83 Mission Road for Benin and all other Oye Technical branches. Oye Technical Limited, affordable quality generators for everybody.
Yes, so. All the way straight to Mama Miracle. Yes, so. Yes, so. For quality tester material, I said, come Mama Miracle. You eat them pressure shrebi. You know what disappoint you.
See clarity, see plenty as for Mama Miracle store. DJ
Mama Miracle Store. This one too much. Oh, see all kind of waxy, whether like London wax, Nigerian wax, high target, Hollandis, brocade, Kampala, lacy, Yasek hair tie. All day, whether for one by one retail or for plenty boku buy of wholesale. Mama Miracle Store, we get all boku. Make you come collect her now. No need to the holla say I want a show be. Now only 20 I see. I not see reach 50. Foul. Mama Miracle Store. You don't get her now. Any kind design where you want it. Any amount of number where you want it. Mama Miracle Store get them. Make you waka enter. See them sit down for the head office 211 Motala Muhammad Way. The story building where they near Ekiosa for 30 Sekula. Mama Miracle Store. This one a big miracle.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Now, the need for people to always enhance preparedness and response against all forms of disaster for better society is the focus of a stakeholders flood and disaster management meeting in Ekiti. The Director General National Emergency Management Agency, Subaida Umar, stated this during the flag off of the 2025 Flood National Preparedness and Response Campaign in Ado-Ekiti. Olukemi Sani reports.
The downscaling initiative with the theme Strengthening Resilience, Enhancing Preparedness and Response is government's approach through the National Emergency Management Agency to sensitize the public using all available mediums to reach communities at risk of the 2025 flood predictions.
This has been deployed further to sensitize communities, local government areas and states that are likely to be impacted by flooding on how to act and live with it when it eventually happens. It is our hope that this exercise will achieve the purpose it was meant for, especially for people of Ekiti State.
I urge every one of us to be the change agents by sensitizing our people on what can predispose our environment to flooding.
Ekiti State Deputy Governor Munisa Afuye said the state government will continue to work out modalities to prevent all forms of disasters in Ekiti State and to demolish houses built on waterways across the state to avoid flooding.
My special appeal goes to all the local government and LCD chairmen to move around their various LCDs and local governments and take proactive measures in areas that are likely to be affected by flood in their respective local government and LCDA to prevent the occurrences.
The initiative was also taken to the palace of Ogogav Ikere Ekiti to sensitize local residents on preparedness and response to flood incidents, first aid and fire disasters. In Ado-Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News.
The federal government has renewed its partnership with UNICEF to train and empower 20 million young Nigerians with digital skills by 2030. Vice President Kashim Shettima gave the hint during a meeting with UNICEF officials at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The Generation Unlimited Nigeria, an initiative aligns with the federal government's Renewed Hope agenda, which prioritizes inclusive development, digital innovation, and youth empowerment as tools for national transformation. Vice President Kashim Shettima has accepted to chair the board of Generation Unlimited Nigeria, a public-private youth partnership platform constituted to help young Nigerians between the ages of 10 and 24 transition from learning to earning through digital connectivity. He stressed that Nigeria is not seeking handouts but sustainable, equitable partnerships.
This is why I'm very passionate about this digital initiative. Beyond leadership in our own enlightened self-interest, if we want to live in this part of the world, we have to involve them. We have to empower them. So from learning to earning is a beautiful initiative. And honestly, more than any other platform, the digital space gives us the easiest window to get the youth engaged.
The Vice President described the initiative as a beautiful program that would enable the Nigerian youths trade their skills in the global market.
This go beyond UNICEF. It embraces the overall mandate of the United Nations and the support we have, and also it touched and resonated so well with the Renewed Hope agenda. And I thought that maybe I would lead the delegation and provide my support, and as we take it from here, we'll be along the team in this journey of supporting young people in Nigeria.
Youth engagement and youth empowerment. The core of everything is how do we make Nigerian young people fit for purpose for the job market? Because globally there is a mismatch between the curriculum that are being taught and what is actually required in the job market. So this is an opportunity to break that dichotomy.
Since its launch in 2022, Generation Unlimited Nigeria has impacted over 10 million young people with 1,500 jobs linkages already secured, and to reach a target of 20 million youth by 2030. The stakeholders must strengthen coordination among partners and align closely with national policy. From the State House, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
Now, global early warning for all, community-centered approaches and innovation, as well as strong partnerships to make early warning a reality for all are key takeaways from the World Resilience Recovery Conference of the ongoing 2025 Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction in Geneva, Switzerland. The report.
Only a few days ago, Nigeria witnessed another round of flash floods in Mokwa, a community in Niger State. It was an episode that took several lives, displaced hundreds, and resulted in billions of naira in economic loss.
Our efforts are hampered by lack of investment in resilience building. Our experience so far is that many of our partners tend to support provision of immediate humanitarian needs as opposed to recovery and resilience.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you sure will agree with me that the data Her Excellency just reeled out is indeed very alarming, once again underscoring the urgency of resilient recovery. All right, the next speaker is Mr. Kamal Kishore, Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction and head of UNDRR.
What is it that disaster-affected people want? What are their aspirations? What are their entitlements according to government policies? Where do they go with their grievances? How do you strike a balance between recovery at the level of a household and recovery at the level of community?
These are interventions on how the world can achieve resilient recovery from disasters like that witnessed in Mokwa, Niger State. The World Resilient Recovery Conference is a critical component of the Earth's Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction, which seeks to encourage actions for strategic and inclusive recovery from disasters. In Geneva, Switzerland, Minna Daniels, NTA News.
Time for another round of messages. We will be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Whatever your occasion, whatever your requirement, Efedusa Catering Services is well equipped to cater for the catering needs of your event. With our customized menu of mouth-watering African and continental dishes, cocktails and small chops, is definitely going to be a mouth-watering experience. Our well-trained and friendly chefs and staff, our royal dining arrangement is sure to make your event grand and memorable. Be it weddings reception, corporate function, anniversary parties, birthday celebration, funeral reception, we will render an event of distinction. We're into event planning and consultancy services. Also, our amazing Grace Event Hall, which can provide up to 500 seating capacity for any event hosting, is sure to blow your mind. Call Efedusa Catering Services on 0807-777-7291 or visit us at 51 Airport Road, Benin City, Edo State, and Peck Filling Station, Uluku Junction, Uluku, Benin City. Efedusa Catering Services, caterers of distinction.
evening, so stay tuned. Olumide Eguntola now brings us update from the sporting world.
He delivered an impressive performance at the Cittadella Quisia Athletics Meet in Italy. The shot put specialist recorded a season best throw of 21.62 meters, securing third place on the podium. Enekwechi's strong effort saw him finish behind Italy's Zenwe, who won the event with a throw of 21.84 meters, and American Roger Steen, who claimed second with 21.77 meters. In football, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are scheduled to hold first training session Tuesday in Moscow ahead of the international friendly match against Russia on Friday. The training camp officially opened Monday with the arrival of 18 players from London, where the team won the 2025 Unity Cup tournament. More players are expected to join the team's training camp. The friendly match against Russia is part of the team's preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. In grassroots football development, Advanced Dreams Academy has qualified for the finals of the ongoing Prosperity Cup. The team defeated Bayelsa United Feeders 5-4 penalties after a goalless draw in regulation time. Teminipri OAR reports that with the win, Advanced Dreams FC will battle former champions EGMFC at the final of the tournament.
Kudos to His Excellency Senator Doye Diri for this initiative. For them to have been able to sustain this tournament up to this moment, I'm very happy.
I'm very proud of my boys. Twice we lost at the semi-final stage. Just one step, we'll have to go back home and walk again.
In cricket, Nigeria's senior women's cricket team, the female Yellow Greens, are in Kigali, Rwanda, to participate in the 2025 Kwibuka Cricket Tournament scheduled for June 3rd. This is Nigeria's sixth participation in the annual event in honor of victims of the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. With sports updates, Olumide Eguntola, NT News.
And that's the news. Many thanks for watching. Good evening.
Thank you.